It's a bright winter's day, chilly outdoors, but the sun is shining, and that makes such a difference. We're excited because it's time for a Friday afternoon treat, a cross-country ski day with our cousins. So we gather all of our winter gear, we layer on long underwear and wool socks, layers of shirts and wool sweaters, and then we grab our scarves and our hats and mittens, and we get our ski boots and our skis and ski poles. Meanwhile, Mom's been making hot chocolate and putting it in our thermoses to be used later on. We also gathered some treats, some bars and some chips, and just some special treats for such an outing as this. When we all pile in the van, we start to get pretty hot with the heater running and all of our snow pants and winter gear on. We are headed south, not too far, just towards where Mom grew up, to the 80 acres of farmland that Grandpa bought years ago bordering Lake Oscar. This is a place we've come for autumn picnics with the family, so that's an exciting connection, and this is our first time to come out here skiing. As we come up on the gravel road, we are thankful to see that there is not too much snow on the field road so that we can drive in closer up to the woods. It's a bumpy ride, and we hang on as we go over the unpaved, ungraveled tracks left by the pickups and the tractors that drive in. And Grandpa regularly uses this track to get into the woods to be able to gather firewood for his fireplace. So we bump our way up towards the woods on the other side of the field, and as we get closer, we feel more and more excited. We go, "Ooh, look, an eagle!" And an eagle takes off from the woods, from the tree tops, and starts flying away from us. We know he must be going out over the lake, and we wonder if we'll see him again today. Up at the edge of the woods, we stop and realize, nope, too much snow gathered against the bushes and trees there, so we'll just park here at the end of the field road and haul what we need from here. Thankful for our snow boots, we pull a sled out of the back of the van. It's a orange sled with a white rope attached to the front. It's a bit cracked and well worn, and that's perfect because we're going to use it hard. So we take out some 5-gallon buckets stuffed with firewood that we brought from home that's nice and dry, and tuck in some fire starter newspaper and matches. We also put a basket of food on the end of the sled, and that contains our thermoses and things too. And we start hauling it. 2 people hauling, 1 to keep the sled from tipping, walking alongside. We hear another vehicle coming, and there's our cousins coming. Oh no, are they going to get stuck? They're driving a car. Our uncle's driving a car up the field road, and ooh, looks like they're stuck. So while some of us keep hauling things into the woods, the others go to their car and help them back out, take a shovel and get around the wheels and get underneath where they're hung up, and then several of the cousins come out and we push on the nose of the car and get them back to more solid ground. That's the furthest they will drive today. Then it's time to all head into the woods. We've got all of our gear. We're holding our skis and our poles and ski boots, laces tied together and slung over our shoulders. And we go up to the fire ring area in the woods. And it just feels like a completely different world. I live on the prairie. We have some trees on our farm place, but that's it. It's just trees where there are homesteads. And here around the little lakes and sloughs, there are trees naturally growing. And it's just feels so, so different. So I can see off to one side where Grandpa's been clearing lately. There's some fresh stumps and some log piles drying out that he hasn't gotten all hauled home yet in his little white pickup. To another side, I see some paths that he mows in the summer, keeps mowed up so he can keep accessing this, and so we can have hot dog roasts and family gatherings out here occasionally. And down the slope, I see, barely through the trees, I can see a white, clear white area, and I know that is the snow-covered lake. I take a deep breath of the fresh, cold air. In here, the sun's not shining, so it's a little chillier. So my dad and my uncle, who were childhood friends, went to the same church, were in the same class in school, are working together to start the fire. In the fire ring of some big old rocks that were gathered from around the 80. Probably from the field, actually, because there's always lots of rocks to pick from the fields around here. We have roasting sticks and hot dogs, and oh my, it's going to be quite the special afternoon here. But first, it is time to go skiing. So when we get warmed up a bit by the fire, we sit down in the snow or on the logs and pull off our cozy warm boots and slip our wool-socked feet straight into ski boots. Ski boots feel so small and low for all the snow, but the goal is to kind of float on top of the snow. So we slide into these trim, sleek boots. My ski boots are black with some orange and purple on them, and my skis are multicolored, bright colors too. And the front of my ski boot toe has a metal bar under the extended front. So when I get them all laced up and I tuck the laces underneath the Velcro flap that comes up, and then I pull the liner of my snow pants down over the ski boots to try to keep snow out. I stand up and brush the snow off of my snow pants, lean over and lay my skis out straight. Then I can just pick up a foot and step into the binding, pressing that metal piece down into a slit in the binding, and click. I feel it all the way up through my leg. Then I scoot that ski over and step into the other ski. Click. I have my ski poles in my hands. I slip the black straps over my wrists, over past my mittens. I have Mom's homemade wool mittens on. Mine are gray. I think the sheep that we raised with this wool was named Lamka, and they're soft and warm. I've used them so much out in the snow that they've gotten kind of felted and extra warm that way. The wind can hardly get through them. So it is time to move on. There's some cousins already scooting out ahead, and our dads are getting their skis on. They're good at breaking trail, but we're just too excited to wait. So we all start breaking our own trails across the clearing here in the 80. Down towards the lake we go. It looks like this wild animal tracks all over the place. I don't know what it looks like, but we have all these double line tracks over the snow, and then they start to converge and come together like chicken foot going up to the chicken leg, and we all of a sudden turn into one double track of ski trail. And there we are, down on the lake, and out in the middle is an island. And that is our destination. We are excited to head for the island. It's kind of deep snow in some places, so we're glad when our dads head out in front and start to break snow with their big, strong legs and their bigger boots. And Dad's wearing his gaiters over his ski boots and snow pants, so he's not going to pack his ankles full of snow like we would. As we head out toward the island, I just feel so strong and energetic and so excited for all this day has in store for us.